about the community. So what is the community impact, and how do you engage the diaspora, or how does OVC engage with the African diaspora, and how is it important? Is that an important connection to driving your mission forward?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. Thank you, sir. And thank you for having me here and the panel here for OVC for your Radio Majuu. It's very important to also know our mission to promote ethical leadership, cohesion, integration through consultation, social intervention, cultural and civic education for peace and prosperity, both here and in Kenya. Now, usually, obviously, we work closely with diaspora organizations. We have community-based organizations. We have other stakeholders. We have nonprofits, as was mentioned. We have also, folks that have actually come through other recommendations and referrals. So that is a very, very big, great wealth of knowledge. As you know, that we're an umbrella for many organizations. So that is actually how we move our mission forward. And it's ever changing and ever growing, as you can see, since 2017.
Are there any specific?
Yeah. And I just also want to add that, as you know, George, the African Union has mandated the people who are living outside of Africa as the 6th region of Africa, the diaspora. Huh?
The diaspora,
so we are the 6th region of the African Union, Africans who are living outside of Africa. And right now, we number close to almost 100 million or so. Huh?
Wow.
Africans outside of Africa. It's a big, component. And we are trying very much to tap into this resource so that we can have great impact on Africa. And One Voice Consortium has been working together with other diaspora-based African groups so that we can be able to impact our mother continent. And even in this workshop, this conference, we'll be having other diasporans apart from those from East Africa.
That's very important to note. We're encouraging everybody to come out. Please register, join us. There's enough time. There's even an early bird special right now. So please, the diaspora is very welcome to that. And you can see it on our website, the onevoiceconsortium.org.
All right, so the message right now that we're trying to impart to the people, diaspora or otherwise, is to sign up, register, and also participate in the conference, and also in the activities of the organization. So diaspora here is very important. Like Dr. Shuri said, it's the how did you put it? We are the extra country.
The sixth
region of the African Union.
region.
you know, George, it is the 6th because you have East Africa, you have Southern Africa, you have West Africa, you have North Africa, you have Central Africa, and then you have diaspora as the 6th one that is outside of Africa.
Okay, I've heard in Kenya specifically, they are calling us the 48th state or the 48th district that needs to be represented. So I guess we'll take any position that we're given, because in terms of just remittances, we have a very big impact. So I'm hoping that our voices can be heard and we can have an influence on whatever is happening in the motherland. And since we are here, what are the challenges and what are the biggest challenges that affect OVC as it works to uplift the marginalized community, and how do you navigate them?
I would say that's a brilliant question, because just straight off the gate, there's a huge issue of trust and bridging trust between the institutions themselves that govern the people and then the communities that we serve, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a secret that there's so much skepticism when it comes to like the government or its operations, or how just skepticism of how the underserved are being addressed. And so that trust is such a huge challenge. We try to navigate by just staying present. We stay present, we're listening, we're collaborating, we're transparent with our work, what we're trying to do, we're transparent with the communities we're trying to impact. We want to make sure that we're not being the same people that we're criticizing, right? And so transparency, it's a huge, huge, huge thing that we try to enforce within the OVC organization.
Yes.
And do I even need to say another challenge is funding, right? We need
challenge
to address all these issues. We have so many issues that we're trying to address, and we're pursuing such innovative models of building transparency. So we just also need funding. It comes with funding. There's nothing we're going to do that doesn't need financial backing. So when we keep saying sign up, show up, sign up, that's what we mean.
Sign up as in members to sign up, or
members to sign up,
or donors to sign up.
All are welcome, please. We're not a Tubagui.
You're not very particular, but everybody is welcome to join. What are the long-term goals, and how do you envision growing the impact of your work beyond this year's conference?
Yeah, so that's a good question, George. And One Voice Consortium continues to look at our mission to impact our country and continent in a big way. Our long-term vision is to ensure that we have sustainable projects funded and supported by the diaspora, and also run by the diaspora. Our long-term goal is to be involved with projects that are impacting the community at the grassroots level, because as you know, most of the people in the diaspora, one time or another, they were supported by their communities back home to get where to there. So ours is like giving back to the community, but giving back in a community in a very sustainable way, whether it is building that hospital in Makueni, or building that school in or in somewhere in Nyanza, or building that small factory that would do some value addition somewhere in Kilifi. All these are projects that we are involved in, that are supporting our people back home to raise their incomes and also improve their livelihoods and lifestyle. So our long-term goal is to be involved with those kind of projects where our people, walk smiling, knowing that they're able to support themselves very well, and also that they have people in the diaspora that they can be able to partner with in the future. So that's our goal, to continue working for the betterment of the community.
And if I can also chime in a bit with what Dr. Shuri has said, we also want to stay very proactive in that OVC, like for instance, I met OVC, dare I say, a different generation, right? There's like a generational gap there. And I say it the best way possible, right? And I appreciate Dr. Shuri for staying very proactive in that he's involving youth, right? The leaders of tomorrow. We're supposed to be here to take the baton from the people who started this thing, so that we can continue, so that we can pass it along to another generation. Like we saw last year in Kenya, at last, it wasn't the older generation that was outside expressing our emotions. It was the younger generation. And so just from that, staying proactive, knowing what concerns we need to address, and also how to trickle down to the other people to come, so that long-term OVC is still going, as opposed to it ending somewhere with the people who started it.
Yes, definitely. That segues perfectly to my next question, in terms of being nimble, in terms of being able to monitor trends and adapt to change. So as diaspora, we obviously have to have our lens on everything that is happening, so that we can pivot when we need to pivot, and we can obviously bring to the table what is important instead of what is popular. Because social media is very active. In that vein, how does OVC plan to stay ahead of the changing tax and policy landscapes that may affect diaspora communities and nonprofit organizations?
Well, the one thing that I do want to say I'm appreciative of is that OVC is not waiting for this change to happen, right? We're actively participating in it. We anticipate it, and so we stay ready because we've anticipated it from, well, I won't say that, we just want to stay ready. We are not waiting so that we can react. We just, again, like I said, proactive about it. We just try to keep, so for the taxes, I think we're just keeping a keen eye really on the trends, on the policies, on the immigration policies, on the nonprofit regulations, on the funding trends. We position ourselves to protect and uplift our communities that we serve. And so therefore we've become very adaptable. We're aware of what's going on, so we adapt and then we try to make changes or try to come up with solutions that are more sustainable.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
just to add on that, and perhaps just to see how OVC operates. Like recently, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs already has put this sessional paper number 1 of 2025 about diaspora, and they recently requested us to support them with the views from the diaspora. And my fellow affiliate member here, Natasha, was one of those that was working on giving our views about diaspora that can impact a sessional paper. So maybe, Natasha, you can just quickly mention how we were able to support that and submit to Parliament our views.
Very, very collaborative option. And, One Voice Consortium is very, very good by pulling all the, community and diaspora organizations together. Great minds came together to basically state what our concerns are and how we can partner with the Kenyan government basically to make our lives better here. So we submitted that as part of the public participation. We had Pastor Peter Miner there submitting it. And so we are looking forward to that actually coming through. So we're very, very connected and engaged with what is going on in Kenya, and definitely reflecting what the needs of the diaspora Kenyans here have. So just that collaboration from both sides is really going to bring us further ahead. And, definitely if once this moves forward, we'll be ready to present it to everybody, get everybody's feedback and move forward to the next steps. Thank you.
You have actually answered my next question, which was what strategies that OVC have in place to incorporate all these trends from all the sectors that, to strengthen your operating model. So I'll just